All right, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another reaction video. So let's watch everything that happened in 2015 WWE's women division. So let's watch.
From the debut of Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Sasha Banks to the longest Divas Championship reign, this is everything that happened in 2015 WWE Women's Division. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell, this is DS, and today we're starting a new series, everything that happened in something year. This series is going to look at the entire stroke of storyline, and I thought 2015 would be a good year to start because we've seen the debut of some of the main players of today, but this is also the year that WWE proclaims that they started the women's evolution, the Diva revolution, so let's begin.
Are you feeling okay?
So 2015 starts with Nikki Bella as a WWE Divas champion, and the main force against the Bella twins is the team of Paige and Natalya. Although Natalya at this time is involved in this weird bromance between TJ and Cesaro. Yes, very hot. But
also too, we will be getting back into Total Divas on Twitch. I will be continuing my reactions on Twitch. I think I only made this episode 2 or 3 and it was really good. So I do want to continue watching the series. And then we got some other treats on Twitch. I'm not gonna say, but yeah, we're gonna get back into Total Divas because Total Divas is funny, bro.
also, TJ was being a bad husband,
goodness.
meddling in all of
That
Natalya's matches, ruining her chance to win stuff. He did get slapped by Paige. So the team of Natalya and Paige battles Bella Twins at Royal Rumble, but Nikki Bella picks up a win from Natalya after striking her with a big forearm. Now after this loss, Paige goes solo and continue her feud with the Bella Twins.
Are you still here?
This becomes kind of a classic Diva versus the anti-Diva storyline, and this causes the whole shenanigans of the Bella Twins tanning Paige and stealing her clothes from the locker room. But here's a pop quiz. Whose clothes does Paige borrow this night? The answer is AEW's Leva Bates, librarian, even though she was a fairy Rosebud member back in the days. After this whole shenanigans, Paige challenges Nikki Bella for a Divas Championship at Fastlane, but Nikki retains by pulling her tights down, which is cheating, yes, but who really cares about it? The match only went 5 minutes long, and compared to the fatal 4-way match at NXT TakeOver Rival, which was 12 minutes long and stole the entire pay-per-view, this was kind of a disappointment on the level of wrestling when it comes to main roster. The night after this match, the team of Paige and Emma loses to Bella Twins in 30 seconds, which starts the famous, the legendary hashtag Give Divas a Chance. This hashtag trended worldwide for 3 full days. Eventually, this prompted Vince McMahon, who doesn't tweet a lot, to tweet out, "We hear you, keep watching. Give Divas a chance." Now after this, Paige gets another Divas Championship opportunity, which ends in DQ as Brie Bella interferes, and Bella's continue to attack Paige post-match, which prompted Light It Up. AJ Lee returns to save Paige, even though they don't necessarily see eye to eye because of their previous rivalries. This starts the frenemy or friends storyline leading up to WrestleMania, and the Bella Twins try their best to break their alliance, and the method they use is giving them the Divas Championship opportunity. Weird, right? But the catch is this: they have to choose themselves which one of them will be facing Nikki Bella for the opportunity. This caused some tense conversation backstage, and Paige eventually decides to face Nikki Bella. But during this match, AJ accidentally costs Paige the match, which causes them to have a huge brawl. But ultimately, right before WrestleMania, they make up, and here Nikki Bella cuts this famous "See you bitches at WrestleMania."
See you at WrestleMania.
Period.
That was a different segment. Paige and AJ Lee, though, win the match at WrestleMania, and AJ competes in her last match in WWE, her retirement match on Raw after WrestleMania. Here's another quiz on AJ Lee's last WWE match. Who picks up the win?
Oh my god, look at Naomi.
The answer is Naomi. So before we proceed to the main storyline after WrestleMania, let's go to the side feud just a little bit. So we saw Naomi feud with Alicia Fox briefly at the beginning of the year, as Alicia Fox is flaunting the fact that she joined the new cast of Total Divas as Naomi was booted off the season. This caused a kind of a funny backstage attack segment, which I still really love to this day.
I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings.
I was trying to hurt you.
They have multiple matches afterwards where Alicia Fox ultimately wins the feud. After this, Naomi starts a feud with Natty, who is still having this whole issue with her husband TJ. They go on a double date, which turns into a disaster, and this feud leads to Cesaro and TJ ultimately winning the tag team championships from the Usos. When they win this championship, we have this kind of a weird funny moment when Natty kisses TJ, but Cesaro like stops them and pulls TJ apart out of jealousy. I mean, they're not actually gay, but like
I was about
they
to
were kinda
say.
gay. And Naomi and Natty continues to feud after this along with their men through WrestleMania, where TJ and Cesaro wins again. After the rivalry with Natty simmers down, Naomi goes into the main storyline. She pins Nikki Bella for a couple weeks in a row after WrestleMania, which makes her the unofficial #1 contender. However, Natalya, Alicia Fox, Summer Rae, and Cameron asked Kane, who was the authority figure at the time, to host a #1 contenders battle royal match to give Diva the chance. And in this match, Paige wins by eliminating Naomi. This, of course, enrages Naomi, and she brutally assaults Paige post-match, turning heel. Honestly, this whole Slayomi heel Naomi is my favorite.
See, I wasn't watching around this time. There was heel Naomi. There was a heel Naomi. Oh, I would have loved to saw that. I would have loved to seen that, to witness that. Naomi as a heel. I know that had to be so good. That would have ate. That I'm pretty sure it did eat.
Naomi? Well, no favorite Naomi. Naomi's good in every way. So this attack takes Paige out of action for weeks, and Naomi becomes a new #1 contender. At Extreme Rules, however, Naomi loses to Nikki Bella when Brie Bella attacks Naomi by kicking her in the face while referee's not looking. Raw after this pay-per-view, Naomi attacks Brie, who is now a suddenly sympathetic face because Daniel Bryan's injury. Nikki also kind of turns face along the way, and like she has this whole segment confronting Cameron for talking shit about Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan on SmackDown.
Girl, bye.
Speaking of girl bye, Cameron, she has this really interesting mini feud with Alicia Fox and Natalya on SmackDown. From this mini feud, Cameron ultimately wins a triple threat match, beating the two veterans on SmackDown. Back to Bella Twins, they are kind of baby faces, or at least tweeners, and they get brutally attacked when Naomi brings Tamina as her partner, and Naomi cuts great promos after great promos in this time. She was just freaking amazing, and if you say Naomi's not a good promo, you gotta watch all her 2015 promos because she was slaying it. So the team of Naomi and Tamina face Bella Twins at Payback, where they defeat them, and this set up a Divas Championship opportunity for Naomi, but when it became clear that she's not gonna win, Tamina interferes to end the match in DQ, and then Paige returns to attack both Naomi and Nikki Bella. This sets up a triple threat Divas Championship match Elimination Chamber, where Nikki wins by pinning Naomi. Oh, so frustrating. The next day, Paige challenges Nikki for a title, which Nikki accepts, but Nikki goes back to her evil roots by defeating Paige with a twin magic. Paige and Nikki starts the feud again as she blames Bella Twins for holding Divas division back, but she again fails to defeat her at Money in the Bank as she falls for twin magic yet again. Remember this spot, because this spot comes back. After another loss, Paige tries to rally the entire Divas locker room to fight against the Bella Twins, the evil Bella Twins. But then Bella Twins kind of come into that rally and then kind of insinuates that she has ties with Stephanie McMahon since she helped her defeat her twin sister.
No offense, Brie. It's okay.
Divas one by one leave Paige alone. Another quiz, who leaves Paige first in this rally? The answer is Summer Rae. Soon after this whole failed rally, Alicia Fox joins the team of Bella Twins by helping Bellas defeat Paige. There's some kind of reasoning she has been annoyed with Paige because she's been using her and other Divas' name in her rhetoric against the Bella Twins.
They're the ones holding the Divas division back. Emma back, Summer, Naomi, they are holding us back.
No one speaks for me. You don't speak for me.
Nikki continues her strong grip on the women's division by defeating Tamina and Paige in the Beast in the East. Paige got a lot of title matches, oh my god. And in July, on my birthday, Stephanie McMahon comes out to stir up the Divas division, and she debuts Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks from NXT. Charlotte and Becky team up with Paige, and Sasha Banks team up with Naomi and Tamina, and they attack Team Bella. These three teams have their first showdown at Battleground, where Charlotte Flair taps Brie out out with Figure 8, and in SummerSlam, these teams battle in an elimination match where Becky Lynch ultimately wins, even though the whole first debut was really exciting. For months, we get trapped in this kind of never-ending circle of three teams one-upping each other. Even with this boring equality for all booking, it is clear that Team PCB is where WWE's heart is at, but the crowd is getting behind Sasha Banks due to her legendary performances in NXT, and the "We Want Sasha" chant begins.
Empowerment.
But the storyline focus is on Nikki Bella and her Divas Championship reign. She's inching into becoming the longest Divas champion ever. She introduces the Bellabration timer, a timer that showed when she will beat AJ Lee's previous record for the longest reign. To go with the clock theme, Nikki Bella puts Team PCB in the Beat the Clock challenge for the #1 contendership. Flair wins the challenge and gets the opportunity to both win the Divas Championship and stopping Nikki Bella for becoming the longest Divas champion ever in the history. In this Divas Championship match, Charlotte Flair wins, but the freaking twin magic comes back, and she realized that she pins Brie Bella and not Nikki Bella thanks to the whole twin magic. This prompts Stephanie McMahon to come out, and she calls it a DQ finish. So after this, Nikki Bella became the longest reigning Divas champion in the history. She throws a big celebration.
Let's get this party started.
But nobody shows up on the party. And at Night of Champions, Charlotte finally defeats Nikki Bella to become the Divas champion. By the way, if you're enjoying this WWE Women's Division history video, you might like this tank top. We also have t-shirts. This is Women's Wrestling periodic table. We've got everyone all the way from Fabulous Moolah, who is a little problematic, all the way to Rhea Ripley. So check it out. If you can guess all the names on this periodic table, you are a legitimate women's wrestling fan. Okay. So while this is happening, Paige is getting increasingly frustrated losing the spotlight to Charlotte Flair and losing to Sasha Banks consecutively. And this is actually kind of funny for us viewer too, because she's been in like Divas Championship over and over again for a couple of years since her debut. And after the whole debut of the NXT stars, she was treated as like older generation, even though she's completely not. Anyway, she's pissed that her spotlight's gone. So she turns heel during Charlotte's championship celebration.
Shut up, Becky. You're the least relevant of all of us.
Nikki Bella, however, is still around for one more match, but Charlotte defeats her again at Hell in a Cell. During this whole Revolution time, women who are not part of these three teams are MIA, and one of them is Natalya.
Do you think you're the only diva that has ever felt frustrated?
But she comes back saying that she's sick of being left out, and she saw the opportunity because Paige left Team PCB, so she's probably like, that's my spot. But of course, Paige isn't thrilled about this idea. This starts the whole Natty and Paige feud until Natty makes Paige tap out to Sharpshooter. Paige then suddenly apologized to Natalya, Charlotte, Becky, saying that she had too much of a high expectation of herself. But the same day, Charlotte and Becky finds out that Natalya was laid out, attacked backstage by someone, and is out of action. After Hell in a Cell, Paige shows her true self to attack Charlotte and Becky, and then she starts this like weird habit of like breaking announcer tables just to put PTO on it, as if that's gonna put more damage onto them. Weird.
That submission is crazy.
But like visually, it's kind of cool. Paige then wins the #1 contender fatal 4-way match, which is the only diva match on the main roster that got this awesome chant up until this point.
Hit so hard that she was literally driven out of the ring.
This continues the feud with Charlotte Flair, calling her nothing more than a Ric Flair's daughter, and Charlotte responds to this criticism by saying that she's sick of people calling Ric Flair's daughter without realizing it's gonna follow her entire freaking career. During the contract signing that main evented Raw, Paige cuts a controversial promo insulting Charlotte's dead brother.
He didn't have much fight in him, did he?
That was very much of a low blow, and then Ric Flair later does an interview that he didn't know they were going to do that low blow, so he was crying at home. It was a whole stuff. And at Survivor Series, Charlotte Flair defeats Paige to retain the title. Paige, however, gets a rematch the night after it because Charlotte's arm was under the bottom rope at Survivor Series match, and this match ends in a countout. Let's go back to Natalya a little bit. Natalya comes back from the injury, the storyline injury, and she had no clue who attacked her backstage. So she starts a feud with Team Bad when they attack her in the ring, and to fight them, Natalya tries to create a distrust in the team by asking who the leader of Team Bad is, and this causes some tension between Naomi and Sasha Banks.
Damn right she is.
Pop quiz, we're getting to the end of the year. Who in the Divas division that year wrestled in Fanta's helper
You know what that look mean.
outfit at the end of 2015?
Bitch, is you cool?
Charlotte Flair. Back to the Divas Championship angle. Good friend Becky asks Charlotte Flair if she can challenge her for the title. Charlotte accepts the challenge, but ends up turning heel in this match. She picks up the win by tricking Becky and playing possum. She still remains Becky's friend though, telling her that strategizing is how you play in the big league. Becky, listen to me, this is the big league. Charlotte's main feud is still with Paige though. This whole year we've seen like weird heel face tweener situation, and because Charlotte's now heel, Paige is kind of like tweener now. On their match at TLC, not only does Ric Flair get involved to help Charlotte, but she ultimately wins by pushing Paige into an exposed turnbuckle. In the same pay-per-view during the pre-show, Becky Lynch loses to Sasha Banks due to the Team Bad interference. Becky continues the feud with Team Bad, but her friend Charlotte Flair doesn't help Becky much in this process. So that was the main storyline of 2015. A lot of things happened, Evolution happened. I think Evolution is right because they didn't just like change just like that. The storyline was kind of lackluster. They were doing a lot of like one-upping each other storylines, so it was definitely the start of the movement, but the change didn't happen right away. Let's go into some interesting side storyline because a lot happened there too, starting with Peligrosa. She starts the year as Fandango's dance partner but is dumped soon, and then
Bruh, this was so goofy.
she joins Rosebud helping Adam Rose to defeat Fandango. And then after this, she passionately makes out with Adam Rose in the ring, like very passionately. That's basically it for Rosa. Bigger storyline involves Summer Rae and Lana. Early in the year, Summer Rae partners up with Damien Sandow, but betrays him soon to side with The Miz. But this is also the point where Lana's popularity was at its peak. She's extremely over with the WWE Universe, and this becomes a problem with Rusev. He's not happy with her increasing popularity, and when Lana danced with Fandango, Rusev sends her backstage, so he's like a toxic masculinity husband. At Payback I Quit match between Rusev and John Cena, Lana says I quit instead of Rusev, who refuses to say it, and this enrages Rusev and he throws a whole tantrum at Lana.
I don't need you!
Lana then pisses Rusev even more by getting romantically involved with Dolph Ziggler, and their romance makes Rusev very miserable. But Summer Rae is here to help. So Summer Rae joins this equation to become Rusev's new girlfriend, and then she dresses up like Lana, which annoys Lana, but then she debuts a new Ziggler-inspired look at SummerSlam. This causes weeks and weeks of catfights until Summer escalates her offense by sneaking into Dolph's locker room. We get this like really hot moment with Dolph Ziggler, and Summer divulges that she and Dolph have been on and off relationship for a while now. This whole information leads Lana to dramatically exit and leave Dolph like, I am gone, and she's nowhere to be seen for a couple weeks. Weeks after, Summer proposes to Rusev. This storyline
Girl, get up. Oh no.
is very confusing, but Rusev declines it. And then the storyline hits a kayfabe halt when TMZ leaks the real-life engagement of Lana and Rusev. Summer Rae breaks up with Rusev with a huge slap to end this angle. After this, she tries to rebound to Dolph, but he declines the offer. This leads to Summer Rae partnering up with the newcomer Tyler Breeze.
I want you to see what a real man looks like.
And she accompanies him to Survivor Series match where he defeats Dolph Ziggler. Lana returns in a couple weeks to reunite with Rusev, saying that she didn't go all the way with Dolph anyway.
I never went all the way with Dolph.
That was the whole Lana Summer situation. I think both women did a really, really good job, but it kind of sucks that TMZ kind of leaked the whole situation, so whatever. Other miscellaneous things that happened in 2015. Medusa, Lundra Blaze is inducted into Hall of Fame. Lita comes back to WWE as a coach of Tough Enough with Paige on the judges panel. It's like a weird system where like there were judges and then there was like separate trainers. She introduces Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Chelsea Green as a guest of Tough Enough. Nikki Bella returns at the end of the year after she kind of disappeared after losing to Charlotte again. And and she wins the Slammy Diva of the Year. She's all babyface at this point because she's like dedicating this award to all the women of WWE and NXT. And even though she only had matches on main event, not on Raw or SmackDown, Layla briefly returns in the spring of 2015 before getting released and eventually retiring from wrestling. She was the last active Diva Search winners as well as the last active formal WWE Women's Champion. Alright, so that is everything that happened in WWE Women's Division in 2015. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I watched.
No, I would have really enjoyed seeing all this drama and messiness because it just sounds so funny. But hopefully in Total Divas, they kind of like touch on that. They did touch on the whole Fandango thing in Total Divas, so I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about that too. But yeah, man, I would have loved to see Naomi as a heel. Ooh. Because like seeing her now, it's cute and it's fun, but I would have loved to seen her as a heel. Did y'all see what she was doing in the women's war game with the whole toilet seat? I'm like, really? So just, I'm pretty sure as a heel, she was like super savage. But that's gonna do it for this reaction, you guys. Make sure to leave some likes and comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one.